It's 10 days to the 7th December general election. Good morning. Welcome to the Starr Breakfast News. Coming up this morning, IGP reiterates commitment to ensure robust security measures before, during, and after the 7th December general election.
And we'll do all what it takes, and I repeat, all what it takes to ensure that this country continues to be at peace with herself.
Also coming up, government and internet service providers urged to ensure uninterrupted access to internet to ensure free, fair, and transparent elections.
When people can share their opinions freely on the internet, watch live streams of the electoral proceedings, and engage each other on social media platforms, it fosters trust and transparency.
Still in this edition, Minority in Parliament serves notice of intention to probe Saglami housing project, which has been handed over to a private developer.
Saglami, unless we reconvene after the elections, if we are able to reconvene, then we will launch a probe into this.
We've got details of all these stories coming up shortly, but first, let's remind you of our affiliate stations across the country.
Star News is coming to you live on Ultimate 106.9 FM in Kumasi, Empire 102.7 FM in Takrady, Zeps 95.9 FM in Zebila, Nissim 100.1 FM in Lamshao, MyStar Radio in the USA. Also live on Facebook on Star 1035 FM and on starfm.com.gh around the world. This is Star 103.5 FM. Star News. Informed, in depth, in touch.
I am Nurein Abass. It is my pleasure to bring you the breakfast news this morning. The Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu-Dampare, has assured the public and the Electoral Commission of robust security measures before, during, and after the 7th December general election. During a strategic meeting with the Electoral Commission, Dr. Dampare, who leads the National Election Security Task Force, commended the collaborative efforts of all stakeholders in preparing for a peaceful and successful electoral process. The following report has more.
With less than 2 weeks until Ghana's highly anticipated December 7 elections, preparations are in full swing. The Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu-Dampare, and the National Election Security Task Force held a key meeting with the Electoral Commission at its office in Accra. This meeting, part of a series of engagements, focused on ensuring all measures are in place for a secure and violence-free election.
And we believe that the way we are working in supporting you, who is the lead agency, if we continue like that, truly this election will be the most peaceful in this country. And in terms of our preparation, for the benefit of the public and the generality of Ghanaians, we want to also assure them that, in fact, we are over ready. And we'll do all what it takes, and I repeat, all what it takes, to ensure that this country continues to be at peace with herself.
Dr. Dampare praised the restraint shown by political parties and citizens, contrasting it with the unrest seen in previous elections. He stressed the importance of sustaining this peaceful atmosphere and called for actions that match the rhetoric of peace being promoted nationwide.
We want to also say that we will protect every Ghanaian and we will protect every stakeholder in these elections. And more importantly, we will protect you and your staff as they go about their constitutional duty of ensuring that the election is executed to the benefit of Ghanaians. So that assurance we want to give to you and to your staff, for them to feel free to undertake their assignment without any hindrance or without any fear, because we will have your back as security agencies.
The countdown to election day continues, and the commitment of the National Election Security Task Force as well as the Electoral Commission's role are crucial steps in safeguarding Ghana's democratic legacy.
You heard a report there by my colleague Calvin Powell Ahlija. Now, government, telco companies, and internet service providers are being urged to ensure uninterrupted access to internet before, during, and after the upcoming polls. This appeal is part of the global Keep It On campaign launched in 2016 by the Media Foundation for West Africa and its partners, aimed at ensuring free, fair, and transparent elections without interruptions caused by internet shutdowns or restrictions. There's more in the following report.
The Media Foundation for West Africa, in collaboration with Access Now and African Open Data and Internet Research Foundation, has rolled out a high-impact campaign to tackle misinformation, disinformation, and internet shutdowns during the election period. Dubbed the Keep It On campaign, the initiative calls on governments, telecom companies, and internet service providers to ensure uninterrupted internet access before, during, and after the elections. Kweku Krobia Asante is the Senior Programs Officer at the Media Foundation for West Africa.
The best way to fight darkness is by shining the light, and brightly so. When people can share their opinions freely on the internet, watch live streams of the electoral proceedings, and engage each other on social media platforms about the developments on the elections, it fosters trust and transparency. It makes everyone feel they are involved in the whole process. Tampering with the network at this critical time is not only backward, but further increases tension, suspicion, and provides fodder for the troll farms, cyber troopers, and disinformation agents to peddle more false narratives.
Speaking during the launch, campaign manager for Keep It On, Felicia Antonio, urged telecommunication providers and internet service operators to uphold their responsibility, emphasizing the critical need to avoid actions that could disrupt internet access during the elections.
Governments in Africa are increasingly resorting to stringent measures, including the use of internet shutdowns, to muzzle dissent and to exert control over the flow of information.
We'll bring you the full report in subsequent bulletins. Now, the controversy surrounding the Saglemi housing project appears not to be dying down anytime soon, even though the Akufo-Addo-Bawumia-led government has handed over the projects to a private developer for financing and completion. The minority in Parliament has served notice to investigate the deal when Parliament reconvenes. Deputy Ranking Member of the Works and Housing Committee of Parliament and MP for Doma West, Vincent Opon Asamoah, in an interview with our sister station GH1 TV, questioned why a private developer will inject capital into such an investment.
In Parliament, the ministers are not furnished us with anything, so I will not be able to tell you anything about Saglemi. Unless we reconvene after the elections, if we are able to reconvene, then we will launch a probe into this.
Very well. Now, you've also said the minority has cautioned that this private developer against injecting capital into the project. You cite a potential investigation by the NDC government, which you've just highlighted. But I'd want you to expand on this a bit further and what the implications on the project are likely to be if that's taken up.
We were thinking that government, before even 2017, had the capacity to raise funds to complete this project. And after almost 7 to 8 years of decay, you come just to about 2 weeks elections, you tell them that you handed the project to a private developer. And you expect us to also accept everything without knowing the details of the deal between the government and the private developer. And we all know that the government has had a lot of deals, and eventually to go to the conflict of interest in this deal. And I'm telling you, I am not someone who is so comfortable with this private developer, because in future, how do you put your money in a project like this?
Flag bearer of the opposition National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has lashed out at the Akufo-Addo-led government for neglecting roads in the Mpoho district, questioning the claim of constructing 12,000 kilometers of roads across the country. This follows concerns by the Queen Mother of the area over developmental deficits and the destruction of farmlands and water bodies by illegal mining operations. Reacting to these concerns during a community engagement at Dominasi in the Mpoho Fiase constituency as part of his campaign tour of the Western region, the former president said it is unfortunate the government has failed to complete road projects he initiated in the area.
I'm saying, Maba Mpoho. Abraham Mampeni, me ba Mpoho beye empre 9 na 2020 so me san bai. Na ene de ba me bai ekwan no nye kra. Na fitimrea MPP aban betena so. Afibia omoka say the year of roads. Somewhat is omoka. Every year almost the year of roads. Na nia me pese me busa say umpo roads no and kan year of roads no wana. Ezu na nia me pese me busa mo enso say mo MP wo ha. No krasa mo MP wo ha. And I'm quite to say.
You had NDC flag bearer John Dramani Mahama. Now, First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo has called on residents of Bolu Kofi to support healthcare workers in maintaining a newly built community-based health planning and services compound. She also encouraged the community to patronize the facilities services. The First Lady made this appeal during the commissioning ceremony of the CHIPS compound in the Kwapim North constituency of the Eastern region.
Today, we at Infanta Malaria Prevention Foundation are extremely happy to commission the Bolo Kofi Chips compound for this community. Nene Chairman, I wish to urge you and the community to collaborate with the health workers to take good care of the facility and the equipment. I also urge the community to patronize the services provided here.
You had First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo. Now, the NPP parliamentary aspirant for the area, Sami Ewuku, also pledged to complement the efforts of the First Lady once elected into office.
This is one of the few First Ladies in the world on Abass in the project. Hey. Go out of their way, speak to me.
You had the NPP parliamentary aspirant for the Kwapim North constituency of the Eastern region, Sami Ewuku there. Now, that's it for the breakfast news this morning. There's more news when you log on to starfm.com.gh. Many thanks for your company. I am Nurein Abass. Next, we have Jones Aji and Nanama Ajiman with the sports chart. Do have a great day.